welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was for the week March 5th to March 11th, 2010. It's official, Christopher Nolan and David Goyer have confirmed that they are indeed preparing to work on a new Superman movie. It's very exciting, we have a fantastic story, said Christopher Nolan to LA Times. And we feel we can do it right. He added that David Goyer approached him saying, "I have this thought about how we would approach Superman," Nolan said. "I immediately got it, loved it, and thought that this is the way of approaching the story I've never seen before that makes it incredibly exciting." So when will it happen? Well, the LA Times article says that the project is a matter for possibly 2012 or 2013 at best. Ilya Salkind, co-producer of the first three Superman movies starring Christopher Reeve, will be appearing at the 2010 Emerald City Comic Con. Mr. Salkind will only be appearing as a special guest on Sunday, March 14th. In TV news, the CW has released a dozen images from the next episode of Smallville. Titled Escape, this episode is scheduled to air in the US at 8 PM on Friday, April 2nd, and features the introduction of the comic book character the Silver Banshee. The CW also released a Small Talk promo video for upcoming episodes of Season 9. Smallville will continue weekly from April 2nd, right through to the season finale on May 14th. Greg Beeman, who originally helped develop the show's look from Season 1, will return to direct Salvation, the Season 9 finale, from a script written by Al Stepien and Turi Meyer. The CW's Dawn Ostroff told The Hollywood Reporter that she's unsure whether or not Smallville will remain on Friday nights for Season 10, saying, "I think it's too early to tell where it will go, but it's been doing well on Fridays." The Watch with Kristen feature at E! Online speculated on whether Erica Durance and Allison Mack are coming back for Season 10. Kristen said, "Details of Erica's contract for next season are still up in the air, but I have it on good authority that we will probably see Lois more than usual on Smallville next year." But as for Allison Mack, she said, "All I can tell you is that there is no deal yet for Allison Mack to return to Smallville next year. That could change at any time, but nothing so far." Matt Mitovich at Fancast.com has a Smallville spoiler about the involvement of John Johns in an upcoming episode. He said, "I've learned that Martian Manhunter is more enmeshed in the Checkmate mystery than any of us may have suspected, and that makes Clark suspicious as heck. He also tells us to look out for a confrontation between John and Amanda Waller." While EW's Osceola Files tells us that Clark and Zod will have an inevitable and rather spectacular showdown before the end of the season. And look for Lois and Perry to team up on the Kandorian story. Smallville writer Al Stepien revealed on Twitter that he and co-writer Turi Meyer will do commentary along with actor Kalen Blue for the Kandor episode in the Season 9 DVD set. Smallville, the complete 9th season, is expected to be available around August-September 2010. Earth's Mightiest Fan Sites has posted an audio interview with Smallville executive producer Brian Peterson, who talks about the introduction of Amanda Waller and finally addresses just when we will likely see the actual Superman costume. Listen to the interview at earthsmightiest.com. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing episodes of the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Check out his review of Superman in Exile, in which, after preventing an out-of-control nuclear accident, Superman's body is saturated with radiation that makes him a hazard to other people. DC Comics made the big announcement that J. Michael Straczynski will be taking on the writing duties on Superman, beginning with issue 701. JMS, as he's known to his fans, has always dreamed of writing for Superman, saying, "Now the dream has come fully true with the opportunity to write for the mainstream title, in a story that returns Superman to his roots, in a way that will have the whole country talking about him in ways that we haven't seen in a long time." DC haven't yet announced the artistic team joining JMS on Superman. DC Universe's source reveals that Pete Woods will be the new artist taking on the interior art for Action Comics, while David Finch will be creating the covers for the comic book title starting in June. Superman homepage writer Adam DeChannel spoke at length with writer Sterling Gates and artist Jamal Igle about the Supergirl comics. Sterling said Kara has reached a stage in her career where she's going to try to fly without the parental figures of Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman around. We'll have to see how she does. Check out the interview at the Superman homepage now. Comic books we reviewed this week included Adventure Comics number 8, which was reviewed by Michael Bailey, who gave all 3 parts of this comic a 4 out of 5. Michael also reviewed Justice League Cry for Justice number 7, giving it a 1 out of 5, saying, "My problems do not involve nuts and bolts of Cry for Justice, just its tone and what it represents. Superman comics shipping this week from March 10th include Action Comics 887, Justice League Rise and Fall Special number 1, available in an alternate cover, Super Friends number 25, Superman Last Stand of New Krypton number 1, which is also available in an alternate cover, and Superman New Krypton Volume 3 hardcover. JimNolt.com has a very interesting article online describing and transcribing a mostly unseen newspaper story published in the Atlanta Constitution in 1978 about the life of Superman actor George Reeves. It's an eye-opening read, so be sure to check it out at JimNolt.com. Noelle Neal, the original Lois Lane, has had to cancel her appearance at this weekend's Hollywood Collectors Show in Chicago due to illness. Noelle's friend and biographer Larry Thomas Ward told the Superman homepage, "Noelle has been battling a combination of a very bad cold and flu for almost 2 weeks now, and she is not recovering quickly enough to be able to make this trip. She sincerely apologises to everyone for her absence. We wish Noelle a speedy recovery." A rare Superman of America member ring is being sold on eBay. Originally released by DC Comics in 1940 in a limited run of 1,600 rings, the ring on offer is one of an estimated 20 that remain, making it a much sought after collector's item. The auction ends on March 15th, with the price up over $5,000 when I recorded this video. And that's what happened in the world of Superman from March 5th to March 11th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Women in skimpy outfits. Where? Not here. Yes. Okay, so Lois Lane, for some reason, is jealous of Zatanna, even though she's with the single most honorable Boy Scout nerd in the world, who, probably wouldn't know how to cheat if someone came up to him naked and said, "I'm your Superman." But in the Warrior episode, Lois Lane comes out in a skimpy outfit, and I've taken some flack for saying that I didn't think it was appropriate. I just wanted to clear the air about the fact that I have no problem with naked women. Yes, I know this is a stretch, an intellectual stretch, but in a show that's a drama, it's not really the kind of thing you want to incline towards without a point or a purpose. I've noticed that Smallville will throw people into skimpy outfits and do shower scenes repeatedly again and again and again. And the reason why I'm against this is not because I'm against the idea of seeing pretty people half clothed. It's because Lois Lane is a character that represents strong female drive, an intellectual woman who gets what she wants by whatever means necessary without having to get a leg up because she has boobies. Alright, now I know that's hard to imagine, given the picture that Smallville has presented, and I know that may not be your Lois Lane. Maybe your Lois Lane is, just constantly half-clothed, and if so, more power to you. Enjoy your Lois Lane. But the Lois Lane that I would enjoy is someone who is driven by her intellect, is extraordinarily beautiful, but does not use it to get things, and in a sense is exactly what Superman is to a degree. Superman is, let's say, oh god, here I go after saying I like boobies. He's a hunky guy. He's got muscles, he's built, he's strong, he's something that no girl would turn down, but why do we like him? Because he makes good moral decisions, and because he's a strong person up here. Now, it would be sexist not to apply the same standards to Lois Lane. So if we say, well, if she's got it, flaunt it, or if we say, oh, well, that was just her way of getting back at Clark, that's kind of implying that she's less of a character than Clark. And one of the things that I believe very strongly about the Superman mythos is, yes, Superman has incredible strength, but he is, on a moral level and on an intellectual level, similar to Lois Lane, which is why they get along so well. But people get lost in the fact that they see Erica Durance on a stripper pole. And so, to bring the point back home again, no problem with naked ladies. Love the naked ladies. Who doesn't? Well, I know a few people, but we won't get into that. But in terms of a feminist icon that means a lot to a lot of people, this is like when they made Wonder Woman naked on the cover of Playboy. It's just not cool. It doesn't help the character. Lame.